So a video has gone viral of Pope Francis refusing to allow Catholics to kiss his ring at the Holy House of Loreto in Italy on Monday, March 25th. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But before I do, I want to thank Lineage Journey for sponsoring this video. Lineage Journey is a Christian YouTube channel that produces short documentaries outlining Christian history and practical lessons we can learn from it. They have very high quality and inspirational videos, and I've actually been subscribed to their channel for some time now, and I highly recommend that you subscribe as well. You can do that by clicking on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen or the link in the video description. Back to Pope Francis refusing to allow Catholics to kiss his ring. As Catholic worshippers approached the Pope to greet him and kiss his ring, he can be seen pulling his hand away to discourage them from kissing it. An online post by the Catholic news agency entitled, "Why Do People Kiss the Pope's Ring?" explains that a more full video by Vatican media showed that the Pope was receiving people for much longer than the first clip presented, around 13 minutes in total, and that he had allowed some people to kiss his ring without visible protest during the earlier part of the greeting line. So it's not that the Pope is against ring kissing per se, he was just trying to keep the line moving. In addition, an online post from NPR states, Pope Francis clarified one church-related mystery on Thursday, explaining that it was a fear of spreading germs that provoked him to yank his hand away from the lips of devoted worshippers as they bent down to kiss the papal ring earlier this week. Sounds like a practical reason. If you have hundreds of people who you don't even know kissing your ring and a few of them are sick, that's going to contribute to the spread of disease. With that being said, why do people kiss the Pope's ring anyway? And should they be kissing his ring? I mean, when I go to church, I never see anyone kissing the minister's hand. Now, I admit I'm not Catholic, even though I was born Catholic, but I ended up leaving the Catholic Church later on in life. And if you'd like to know why, I have a video explaining that, which I'll leave a card to in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and a link in the video description. But again, why do people kiss the Pope's ring, and is it acceptable for a minister of the gospel to be regarded with such reverence? According to the Catholic news agency, the custom of kissing the ring of the Pope or a bishop has been a gesture of respect in the church for longer than can be remembered, but likely started in the late Middle Ages, according to Father Roberto Ragoli, who teaches contemporary church history at the Pontifical Gregorian University. He said, kissing the Pope's ring expresses devotion not to the person of the Pope, but to whom and what he represents, the successor of the fishermen of Galilee, and indicates fidelity and love for the church. Is it just me, or did this explanation just contradict itself? It said that kissing the Pope's ring doesn't express devotion to the Pope, but to whom and what he represents, the successor of the fishermen of Galilee. Well, doesn't he claim to be the successor of the fishermen of Galilee? The Catholic Church claims that the Pope is the successor of Peter, a fisherman who became one of the apostles of Jesus Christ. The website Vatican.va, which is an official Vatican website, on a page entitled Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, the Primacy of the Successor of Peter in the Mystery of the Church, states, on the basis of the New Testament witness, the Catholic Church teaches, as a doctrine of faith, that the Bishop of Rome, who is the Pope, is the successor of Peter in his primatial service in the universal church. So if they're saying that kissing the Pope's ring is an act of devotion to the successor of the fishermen of Galilee, who is Peter, and the church claims that the Pope is the successor of Peter, that is an act of devotion to the Pope. Am I understanding this correctly, or am I missing something? Please let me know in the comments section. Maybe what they mean by the successor of the fishermen of Galilee is not only the present Pope, but also the papacy, the office of the popes. Or maybe it's more inclusive, because I know that people kiss the hands of cardinals and priests sometimes too. But either way, if you do that, You are revering man and not God, and I don't think that's appropriate. For instance, can you think of any examples in the Bible of the apostles of Jesus Christ being kissed on their hand by a bunch of people or people bowing their knee to them? No! That's a form of self-exaltation, really, and the Bible teaches us to be humble. As a matter of fact, when speaking to the apostles, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 20, verses 25 through 28, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who are great exercise authority over them. Yet it shall not be so among you. But whoever desires to become great among you, let him be your servant. And whoever desires to be first among you, let him be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." Check out my Christian t-shirt store by clicking on the card on the screen or the link in the video description. I have a variety of Christian t-shirts, sweaters, and hoodies, which can be a good conversation starter to help you share your faith, and proceeds from your purchase help support my channel. Pope Francis pulled his hand away from Catholic worshippers in a video that went viral online. But should Christian ministers allow themselves to receive that kind of devotion? Not according to the Bible. Jesus told his apostles that they were to act as humble servants and not to lord their authority over others. Do you think popes, cardinals, priests, and other ministers of the gospel should receive this kind of adoration? Let me know why or why not in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and click the bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Also, click on the screen to check out some more of my videos. I have a lot of good Christian videos, which I'm sure you'll enjoy if you liked this one. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.